So, hello to the second Wednesday tournament organized by me. The first one, everything worked fine. We were 12 people, double elimination, with some technical issues, but nothing out of the ordinary. So, today will be the second tournament with 16 people, so instead of double elimination, it will be single elimination. And we'll still be best of 3. In a little bit to try something, today we will play, at least we will start with playing with dynamic muscles. Normally it's off because it's janky. Today we try it on. If it's still janky, we will turn it off after the first round. But let's see if it's still as bad as we know it. So, at first I will shuffle the seats 3 times as always, to see which one will start and who will be later. And the first match we'll see will be Oak versus Grimshot. So. Here is the passtag link. Let me know if you need keyboard. And let's see how it will go. Right. First I accept both you in, and then I quickly edit the tournament to make it make a third place match. But for now, both of them are in. We go into the fight. All right. Hello? So. Okay. It should work on Discord, at least it says it for me. Let's see. Test. Okay, that's... Which is weird because it's so to me that is working. 1 sec, I'll just try reconnecting, maybe that works. Okay, is it still not working? Oh wait, no, it's working. So, 1 second, and then we will start with the first match. Alright. We should be seeing everything. Oak takes the left side and Grimshot takes the right side. Oh wait, you get keyboard. Here you go. Alright. Okay, let's try again. Now, Oak is going with Samuel. Yeah, I will do it after this round with the third match. Let's figure it out there. It not started officially, so it should be easy to go into the settings. And we do it after this best of 3. Again, 7 flags, best of 3. Let's see how this will go. With a nice stab, Grim gets his first flag. He's not a little. He's the underdog here, but in a single elimination, a lot of things can happen. And a double. Both go for the cut from the top. Grim seems a friend of the low stance, but here gets called out, but it's not a kill yet. And we see the janky bit and a second kill for Grim shot. Oh, try to come back with stabs. As he gets his first flag, but with Isabel's movement we can already see the dynamic muscles doesn't look that good. But maybe it's a character thing. Here with a grace and 2 jump ins, and Oak gets the tie. But it's a close match. And again, Oaks finds the distance to jump in and deliver the cut. He rushes forward, but it's a risky move with Isabel. Sometimes it works, but if it's not working, get into the distance of the enemy. With a push attempt, but it's out of measure, and Oak punishes it with a cut of himself. 5-3, and the X cut, pretty powerful attack. More often it goes through the outer guard, in my experience. And the Damocles cut makes it a tie again. Close matchup between those two. He goes again through 5-6 for Grimshot. He can take this first round. Now it's blocked twice again with the high cuts and a double. Yeah, Oak a bit more careful. And now with a taunt into the dash and cut makes it 6-6. The first match already really close. The cut to the head doesn't kill. It registers as neck and so body. Again, it's just a grace. And Grimshot takes it with a sidestep slash. Despite being grazed, he gets the kill. So we switched sides. Oak staying with Hamel and Grimshot also staying with Isabel. He tries his high card, which was really successful for him, but you have to be careful not to spam it. Oak knows how to punish it. Again with the upcut, also a good attack from Isabel. And Oak managed to jump in again and gets a second. Yeah, and then this matchup plays a lot on when Samuel gets the beat on Isabel and can jump in. And Grimshot needs to find the rhythm again when he can attack and when he cannot. At the moment Oak performing pretty well in the second matchup. Let's see if Grimshot can turn it around. Here's a low cut into upcut. Gets his first flag. As we know, a lot of things can happen. You should try with the upcuts to get through it. Here the high guard get blocked and Oak gets his first shot to tying this duel. The upcut always get blocked. The X card doesn't land and Oak takes second matchup, tying it 1-1. We will have one last side switch between those two. And let's see if Grimshot will be able to make an upset in the first round, or if Oak can come back from an 0-1 deficit. Both of them be a little bit more careful. Trying his B2X cut again, doesn't land. And one of the cuts that Isabel throws often has a miss input, because it leaves her wide open and it's not that good of an attack. And with a down strike, Oak takes the second round. Still, now with the stab he gets the kill, but it ends in a double. Grimshot saw the opportunity, but couldn't fully capitalize on it. And here Oak tries to sidestep attack with Sam, but this time Grimshot was able to punish it with a high cut. It's taunt into the forward slash. Gets Isabel by the hand. Sometimes her hand can be pretty vulnerable. Now high guard versus the low guard. The step goes in but doesn't kill. Both of them don't land, and Sam recovers first. Again the double. The high guard often can make a double out of a lost situation, as we can see, because it goes for the head. And it seems to pretty good target the hand of Sam. Not the first kill we see in this way. seem to work pretty good for Grim at the moment, but he has to be careful if he steps in with the high cut to get countered. Again, both of them trying their best to get through the outer guard of the opponent. And he jumps forward, gets the cut from the right side, and it's 5-4. Still a really close matchup, but now the sidestep of Oak worked. Good, Isabel by the legs. He gets the first chance to finish this duel. Grim tries to go for the legs. Has to be careful now. The Grace into the slash. Get Oak. This duel he wins 2-1. In a really close matchup and a really good showing from Grimshot. But as we are a lot of people today, this is sadly the end for him for now. I hope we see him more in the future. So, as once second, I think Venator asked to a bit later duel. Yeah, to postpone it, so we will jump this fight for now. And the next fight will be Peccola versus Subotai. Here is Peccola. And let's wait a bit for Subu. And here is Subotai. So both of them are here. And I think with Peccola needs keyboard. So, get out of here, and he will get his keyboard access. Peccola on the left side, Subu on the right. Alright, I will reset keyboards, or reset gamepads. Let's try again. He now seems to work. Reassign it. Let's see now if everybody so Peccola still on the left side, Subu on the right. Oh wait, Peccola needs a second to restart. Wait for that. At the moment, in the first duel, the dynamic must seem not good. So if it doesn't better itself, you just play the first one with them on. Notice again that they are not viable in the competitive setting, and go with normal settings, starting the second round. Pekla needs to restart the cloud, so that's the reason for the little bit of delay here. Assets, single elimination. It's fine because it won't be as long, at least I hope so. Alright. So yeah, here he is. Here he gets his keyboard access. And we hope it works now. Can you take right side, Subo? Or is it still... okay. Seems to work. Subo going with Barabash. And Pekla going with Marie. We got a buff some weeks ago. Let's see how she will form in this tournament. With a nice stab to the head, this will start. Sidestep for Marie, but after Bash, Super couldn't capitalize on it, but now he gets the second flag of the duel. Now the whiff from Pekko gets punished. You've seen the start can be good in the can be an advantage, but it doesn't decide the duel. So at the moment, Baba still seems to be a good matchup into Marie. Especially that forward Y cut. At the moment, Pip can't find him answer to that. And both of them getting a grace. Still twice of hit. Triangle misses, and the forward Y gets in the first duel. 7-1. It was pretty decisive, but we'll see how Pekla will adapt to that. Subo staying with Barbas and Pekko switching to Tarnowski. It's pretty interesting matchup. Barbas definitely has a speed advantage here, but with his wide swings, Tarnowski can catch Barbas off guard and basically slash into his sidesteps. And as we often see with Tarnowski, it's a matchup with high potential for doubles. The 2-2 after the start. It seems wild cut, but especially with left foot forward, they have quite a range. Obviously, with this stance, he has a weaker auto guard, and if he gets grazed by Barabash, he often can follow up to a kill. Still a much more even matchup than the first one. Here, Super pushes forward, and if it gets into really melee range, with a faster attack speed, Power Off has an advantage. Again, with wide swings, he catches Subo off guard. And here we see sometimes it looks pretty weird, but the cut goes through and Subo with the first match point. And he can capitalize on it, winning a much more even matchup as the first one. Going through with 2-0. So, next matchup will be Abir versus Mechanics. So, Abir will be on the left side. And Mechanics on the right. Here is the first one. Yep, you are in. Let's see if Abir is here. Yeah, Mechanics, you will get, in when we're in the game, you will get your keyboard. Yeah, that's fine. It's because I'm not tapped in the game. Still waiting. Hoping he's here. So if not, we will skip the match for now. Well, let's wait 1-2 minutes. That okay, as Abir doesn't seem to be here for now, Mechanics, we will skip your fight and I will call you up later. So just be a bit more patient and you get yours. And instead we will see if I'm not 100% sure if Plebeian told also if she want a later one. Yep. Plebeian also, okay, if you're here, everything is right. So, if you want Plebeian, you can get this next fight, or you want to wait one. No, for Mechanics for you, everything is okay. your opponent is not here for the moment, so we will skip your fight. Hope he comes back later. So everything is okay. Alright, so as plebeian is ready, the fight will be with info versus plebeian. If they are both here. So, info is here. Yeah, edit the bonds match, so everything should be working. So So here's plebeian, so we have both fighters here. And we will have info on the left side and plebeian on the right side. Info will get a keyboard, and I think plebeian only needs gamepad, so everything should finally be ready for the next fight. I think so if plebeian is able to select something. Yes, okay. I will just reset gamepads. It seemed that, yeah, you will have your gamepad. Let's see if everything works now. Info take left side again. And now you alright. Now everything seems to work. Plebeian going with Sam. And Info going with a Marie. Info in the last tournament from Venator with a really good performance with Marie. And plebeian, a returning player, let's see how both of them will perform. We're trying with the stabs, but it's not successful. And with a slash to the head, plebeian gets his first round. With a stab to the lower body, it equalizes. Let's see if we witness another more equal fight. If we're being really good with going with quick steps in and then out of the range again. Plebeian with the Trident Trusted Long Guard against Rapier. Trying to hold her at bay. Both are grazed. Again it's a graze. At least for me it looks like with the dynamic muscles it's a lot more grazed memory. At least than last time we looked. But cripple plebeian and he stabs to the side and it ends in a double. And the triangle misses plebeian, sees his opportunity, gets a flag. 2-1. Again with a grace. So trying to stab. And again, maybe just grazes. Plebeian gets the kill. If we're trying again, sniping something with her stabs. But as we've seen sometimes now, the grace hits, but Sam, the more powerful slash, getting the kill. But for me at least, it confirms that after the first round of the tournament, we will go back to the dynamic methods off because it doesn't seem to be fixed that good. If it's fixed at all. I would say it's better than before, but not good. If it's still trying to get in, now the step hills, making it more equal. 4-3 for plebeian for now. Both dash in and info with a grab equalizers. The wide swing from Sam misses, info punches with a stab of her own. Taking the lead for now. But Sam still, if it seems if he hits, he gets a pretty good kill, but if it dashes forward, now with a chance to take it, but the counter first makes it 6-6. Both are more careful now, looking for an opportunity. Again, maybe with a grace to the shoulder. Wide cut misses. Still a close matchup between those two. And forever now and again trying for stab. Now Sam dashes forward, can't kill, but Marie still grazes. Getting back into the corner. And now the triangle secures this kill and visits a bound for info. Making it 7-6. Really close matchup, much more equal. Yes, it's a best of 3. So it's still anyone's game. Info going with Marie again. Plebeian thinking about and Quart decides to stick with Sam. It was a close matchup. A lot of late beats, but the triangle hits and the aftercut doesn't kill Marie, so she gets the first kill. Triangle stabs again. And Info is able to manage a distant good, staying out of range and every now and then throwing a step forward. Here, the bash through the guard, gets the grace but not the kill. Now Info back in the corner, triangle misses. And the bash to the head got countered by a cut, but in the end Sam takes it. The plebeian here worked really good to back Info into the corner, so she could not retreat there. But here, if he is not a long guard or if you throw an attack, Info working well to slip those stabs into it, taking the lead for now. Plebeian playing a little more defensive now, both keeping the distance with a little bit of taunting. So both seem to work, but neither one wants to take the initiative for now. Info still a little bit back to the corner. Plebeian trying to entice her to attack. And both close, but the cut goes through, but the stab goes not. Being 3-2. Stab lands again. With the deny muscle, it seems, at least for me, that we see a lot more grazes than without. So, as you have seen here, I think last week it should kill, but in this state, Sam gets the upper hand. Bashes through the guard here, gets the kill, making it 4-3. Seems to be some lag on Info side, but both of them working now. Both dashing in, and the hit from Marie with hand is not as powerful as the hit from Sam with his sword. Plebeian seem to figure something out, and here the sword gets hitting the hand, killing Marie here, and we'll see maybe a match 3 between those two. Plebeian trying to bash the blade away, both cancelling, seeing It could end badly for them. And for keeping a distance, waiting for an opportunity to arise. And the dash in gets results, and it's the first for Plebeian, making it 1-1 overall. And we will go to match 3. So yeah, change sides again. Info on the left side, Plebeian on the right. Still going with Marie versus Sam. So Plebeian trying to dash into the range, capitalizing on that. Info trying to counter it if he comes. That. The stab gets reposted. You get 2-0 and a double. Sam goes in, but the triangle kills here. Getting the angle. And Info taking the early lead. So Plebeian looking for an opportunity, but here he got into the range and can't counter with an attack of his own. Marie, here we see she seemed much more deadly, getting her kills with her first step. Something that at least it feels more rapier thingy. She gets more damage if she hits with the point. And Plebeian taking one back was a close one. The triangle doesn't hit. And he punishes her for it. Again, trying to stab her or to bash the blade away. And step forward gets riposted, getting Plebeian a second flag. Again, it's a riposte play for both, trying to punish the other, and the cut from Sam more powerful than the cut from Info and Marie. Now, with a side step to the right, right catches Plebeian off guard. Not that many side steps from both of them. So, now Sam is crippled, so not a lot of movement speed for him. If it dashes in, both graze each other. And Sam tries to hit, and he gets grabbed. Info winning 2-1. So Koala sadly had to go, because the tournament with 16 people is long. And the next fight will be Insigni versus Basila. Insignia is here. He will get his keyword access again when we are in the fight, and others waiting for Basila. Here he is. So let's see if the connection holds up. Basila, also an Asian player, just like Usami. And it will be Insignia on the left. And Basila on the right. Oh. So yeah, Insignia take left side, Basila take right side. Looked like a misinput, and so it is. We're thinking about which one to play. Basila going with Jan or not. And it seems we end on a it will be Sam versus Jan. Saber duel, and Jan gets the hand. The first kill goes to Insignia. And here Jan shows why he's the best stabs as a saber. And a lot of jank here after the hit. But it ends in a double. The moment Insignia more precise with his attacks to the head. Basila successfully going back. Yeah, Basila gets the first kill. I have to say, this matchup, at least for now, she's like the way most jankiest of them all. So, yeah, that the arm of both of them doesn't work. So, yeah, we will have dynamic method definitely off, and see at experiment art, they are not ready for now. Nice sidestep from Insignia, catching the blade of Sam and delivering a slash of his own, taking the lead for now. Here's a forward cut von Sam. Basler is still not out of this duel. Both of them have to fight with Jank, so let's see who comes out on top here. So, at least in my opinion, Jan seems the most jankiest of them all for now. Which will be better after the next round. But Insignia performing well. Only one flag away. Basler still with an opportunity. Let's see if he can take it. He catches Jan in the sidestep, making it 6-5. Again, a stab with punches. But here the sidestep of Insignia hit, but it doesn't kill. Seems like something that was close has been cut off. Sam a little bit into the corner, but he gets to the side. Here, both with a miscut, but Sam with a longer range gets it. Insignia taking this first round. So yeah, switch sides. Let's see which matchup we will get now. It will be Isabel versus Jan. Duel of one of the most played characters. Let's see how they will perform. Jan with a stab to the hand, takes the first round and the second. Really quick matches between those two for now. Basler trying with his Y and X cards to get through it, with take advantage of the longer range, and with snap card to the head, takes his first flag. Yeah. Y into X was a few combos of Isabel. Stab misses. Jan still grazed, but closes the distance and it ends in the double. Stab to that doesn't kill, unfortunate, but this one goes to Jan, I think. Kinda surprised, thought at first it was Isabel who gets the kill, but Jan's head slash to the knee was enough. But Basler takes this round, equalizes it. 3 both. Jan blocks both attacks. Step doesn't go through, but the Y card does. Basler taking the lead here. Sidestep Y. Cut to that, gets blocked. Insignia a little bit more careful, but the snap cut to the hand takes a kill. Closes the distance, and it was enough. If Jan is able to get through this meter or so, Isabel has the advantage. It's quite difficult for him, as we can see here. So basically I really have to make this distance count. But Insignia with nice flags, taking the last 3, making it 6-6. Stab doesn't kill, but the following wildcard does. So 1-1 on both sides. And we'll have one last side switching between those two. Now, Basil still switching, EV1, going with Jacek. And Insignia staying with his trusted Jan. Catches him and taking the first round. Both graze each other. Jan now here with a slight range advantage. But Jacek with a speed advantage. If he can leverage it, maybe he can take this one easier. But for now it's a double. And Insignia staying in front with 2-0. And the fourth edge cut gets punished with a nice grab. Insignia closing the distance there. Both of the sides up here, both graze each other. And the stab also blocks the incoming attack. At least it sounded like it. Here seems some problems, but both are ready again. Some leg bites. If it happens, don't be afraid to pause. Both here with a grace again. And a double. Attack jumping in, getting the first hit, but it doesn't kill. Slash to the neck still is coded as something like a slash to the body. Insignia with a grace of his own. Equalizes, at least for now. And the Jacek ducks under the attack, hitting the leg of Jan. Invader deck takes his first kill, and with his fast cut, the second one. Cut hits, but he can't capitalize. Jacek now grazed, and this one doesn't end in the double. Jacek only getting in one graze. And a stab to the chest gets the kill for Insignia, and now only needs one, getting a graze here. And with a second stab, he takes this round, winning 2-1. And now he's out of, if there's a thing for him as a Jan player, is dynamic muscle hell. And the next round he will be facing Info. So what we will do now, I will fight my fight with Clemeno. And then we will go back to the fight that we jumped because people wasn't there. So for IB it's no problem. You still have your fight. Now Info you will next fight, so not for now. But now we will finish the first round so we can disable the dynamic muscles. So here's Clemeno. You will get your keyboard when we're in the fight, as always. I will be on the left side. Claymore will be on the right side. So we have a Tarnowski mirror. Doesn't happen so often. Tarnowski not the best or most played character, but we'll see how Clemenot will perform with him. Clemenot with a really good performance here in the first fight. Absolutely dominating the first one. I got a little bit of a comeback, but wasn't enough. But for now we'll switch sides. Clemenot now on the left side. I'm on the right. He's now going with Jacek. I go back to Isabel and we see how this matchup will go. This one working much better. Don't know if it was because of Jacek versus Isabel. Oh, it was because of that, but Isabel felt much stronger against the outer guard of Jacek here. But we'll go back to the Tarnowski mirror to decide who will go to the next round, who will not. GG's to Clemeno, really close fight. Playing a great Tarnowski. Nice seeing another Tarnowski player here. And can only say encourage him to still playing this character. Really fun matchup, and we'll see you in the next round. No, not today, but I hope Friday. So, the next fight will be Venator versus Julian, and after that we get Abia versus Mechanics. But for now we have... Oops. So, Winter's here. Yeah, maybe I see you. You will be the fight after this one. If Julian is here. So let's see. So let's see, if he's not here, we have to skip Venator's fight for now. Yeah, we'll do that, so we'll skip it for now, see if he returns, and for now we will have Beer versus Mechanics. So Mechanics is here. You get your keyboard when we're in the game. So soon we'll have the first round finished, and some characters suffer more from the dynamic metals than others, especially Jan seems pretty bad, so we'll disable it in the next round to go back to the normal settings. So quickly waiting for a beer, he's here, so it shouldn't take a while. Yep, here he is. Mechanics getting his keyboard. And again, a beer on the left side, Mechanics on the right side. If it's not working, then most likely because I have to reset the gamepads again. Let's try now. It seems as Discord issue again. Okay. It's not the issue I thought will happen. it seemed that Discord decided that's the moment to say I don't want to work anymore, which is really nice. So we will so it doesn't is a normal problem from Discord, that's why I'm a bit annoyed. And there is an active issue with Discord, at least after I googled it quickly. So let's see. Maybe a quick reconnect will help. At least I hope so. But it doesn't look that good. Yep. So, as a team, Discord decided now is the perfect time to break. We just have commentary on the stream, it seems. Oh, now it's back. Let's see. Maybe it's just a small outtake. But it doesn't seem like it. It's still waiting to connect to endpoint, which is a bad sign. So, yeah, Abir will take the left side, and Mechanics will take right. And let's continue. See if I gave him... Yeah. If everything is working now, not ever, because it was a long outtake. We just reset gamepads and go back into the fight. As I said, Abir left side, Mechanics right side. We will see. Okay, both can input. You see if Discord fixed itself. Who's a tournament? If yes, I will come back to there. If not, well, I guess it happens. Mechanics going with Tarnowski. And Abia going with a trusted Barnabas. Getting the hand here. Let's see how mechanics can work with Tarnowski. As I said before, interesting matchup. Tarnowski with the advantage of having long strikes, catches, Barnabas in his sidesteps, Barnabas having the speed. Yep. And you'll see a lot of doubles in this matchup, I will guess. Yes, we have dynamic masters on for the first round, trying to test that, how bonkers broken it is, and for some characters it's way too broken to be used, so it will be off after this round. Here mechanics with a nice back move from Tarnowski, especially this circle moves like from down guard or up guard. Not that often used because they have really long recovery if they miss. But maybe someone else than me can better work them in. Trying, and again we see the double. Mechanics now going more for the left foot forward, the more aggressive stance. But if Abir can get into the range, he basically has no auto guard with it, so he has to be careful. A nice B cut. Often underestimated. It has a really long range and can work as an active parry. That Abir taking back the flag with a cut to the hand. Here again sidestep. Try it with a long guard axe, which are designed to blade beat but can catch the hand. But the sidestep of Barabas was enough. Yeah, but that's what I said with Barabas can be catched when he sidestep if the timing of the Tarnowski is right, which can be hard, but it's possible. Again. And here we see the problem with Tarnowski, which he often has into Barabas. The Y cut goes to the hand and catches, which often leads to a kill. Abir was the first win. And both with switch sides. Mechanics now on the left side and Abir on the right side. Alright, you see you can control, so we will set the gamepad. I hope it fixes itself. Try now. I think this should work, but wait, I'll try one more time to just get in. If not, we'll try if you can reconnect and if that fixes us. So yeah, if it doesn't work, okay then so we will try reconnecting, maybe that fixes the problem. So here's mechanics. So let's try again if we can take left side. It seemed to have worked, and we'll see Father Zera from him. Really interesting. Let's see how drunk the drunken monk gets with the muscles. No, longsword, good weapon in the hand of Isabel, but Zera lot more swings, lot more recovery time if he misses. As you can see here, his cuts way less. And Abi at the moment staying patient, waiting for the whiffs and punishing mechanics for it. Mechanics flirting with the holy stance. Now, with a cut, getting the hand, taking his first flag. We're pushing, but back Y, catching him, but only a grace. Sidestep misses. He's trying to push him into the corner, and it ends in the double. The grace beforehand, paying dividends now. Now, again, catching the hand, making it 2-2. In the moment, it looks like a close matchup. Getting the head of Barbash. Maybe I tried the leg cut, but longsword was long enough. You know, the holy stance, nicking the hand, it was enough for the kill. The mechanics now 4-2. Always threatening with the holy stance. Another step to the head. Seems like mechanics has a character now. Again, the holy stance. Seems to be a friend of it. And now his first match point against Rabia and the Barbash. both with a grace. And a stab to the head. Makes it 7-2. I would say surprising. But now with the final matchup, final side switching. Let's see if both of them stays with their character. Let's see if mechanics if it's working now, and if not, we have to reconnect again, which would be a bit annoying, but that's Hellish Quart multiplayer, or especially that's a parsec. Alright. Even more jank. Oh, as it seems it's the only way we will make the same thing as last time and reconnect. So he is. Let's hope if it works now. So it seems. We are staying with Barabash and Mechanic staying with Father Zawa. Let's see how this will go. Again, trying with the holy stance and stabbing right through the chest. Now with the Y into X, catching a bit off guard. And Father Zawa seems to work pretty well for mechanics. Most regarded as a weaker character, but it makes it work. Then use X again, and after the parry gets a hit on Barabash. Modigard is a lingering blade, but a beer with a nick of his own. Both grazed. And here Barabash with his combo getting close enough, and if Barabash gets close, it more often than not ends in a kill. With wide swings catching the leg. The mechanics now with a 4-1 lead. Step misses, but the back cut seems more powerful than the snap cut of Barabash. And we have to find something that works here. We have to close the range. Let's see if he's able to. Mechanic still threatening the holy stance and cancelling it out. Now double both blades to the neck. Trying a sidestep, but here the holy stance again, victorious. Here Beer takes the opportunity, catches the arm of Father Zera, and now with a flick of his own. He is now way more careful, playing way more back, waiting for the missed swings. Mechanics looking for his holy stance, misses here, and Abir punishes it with a nice sidestep to the right. Now, both of them more patient. Mechanics having experienced the downside of the holy stance. Both looking to punish the other with attacks and whiffs, but staying patient at the range. A bit of sidestep. Both sidestep and riposte doesn't connect as here. Stab doesn't land, and still one of the blades clash. Holy stance again, but the sidestep now. Both of them with a grace, I think. And a late double from Barbash saves them for losing this duel now. Again, Mechanics threatening the Holy Stance attack. And the Y into X finishes it. The Mechanics is victorious, taking the duel 2-1. Advancing to the next round. So, let's see if Julian is here. Because if not, because I didn't hear anything from him and he is AFK, we sadly have to disqualify him for this tournament, and Winter will advance, and it doesn't seem like he's here. He's also not listening, so Winter will advance to the next round, and we will take the opportunity to turn the dynamic missiles off. So it will be back to normal. And if the fight will be more like that what we know before, and the first one will be Oak versus Venator. So both of them here. Alright, that's the problem. I will. So double audio should be fixed now. So Venator is here. And Oak is also here. So Oak will get his keyboard when we're in the game. You set the gamepads. And on the second round, Oak will be on the left. And Venator on the right side. Oak now got his keyboard, so Oak on the left, Venator on the right. Dynamic muscles are off now, as is Discord, so no Discord commentary will sadly stay. And we go to the second round. A really good duel. Both really experienced players have won their fair share of tournaments, and it will be Jan versus Sam. And the first thing we'll see is the double. Jan, especially Jan, but also Sam, looking way better with the dynamic muscles off. As was expected, but let's see how this fight will perform. When I got the first one with Jan and Nix again, but we've seen a lot of close fights and I expect this one not to be really different. What appearances consider, I feel like Sam kinda getting the position that Jan was before. A lot of players picking him up. We've seen that he's a really balanced character. And Jan is still good, but is not so present as before, where he was like, if not the most present, the second most. A double again, late double. Sam gets ahead of Jan. Jan with the superior range and steps, but Sam's still really balanced character. There's nothing he's really bad at. Has decent steps, has good side steps, but he has to get into the range of Jan. And at the moment Vanta was able to capitalize on it. Here, much less jank as in dynamic muscles. See, it's still a system that's not ready, and 2 steps of Sam was enough to get Oak the kill. Still a double. Of long winding swings. Hoping that the enemy throws something against which they can punish. Close duel between those two, as was expected. Sidestep and the force field saved Jan for now, but not the second time. And Oak takes the lead. The stab and 2 steps to the hand is enough. 5-3. Both blades clash, nothing happening for now. But this cut from Jan, really effective, long range, goes to the head, and now 5 on both sides, goes through the outer guard. Oak being able to push, went a little bit into the corner. And trying to get out of it was successful. Circling around. Both working with fast cuts. And the step of Jan gets went to the first match point. Long swings. Playing with his longer range. Sidestep and the backslash. Makes it 6-6. Again, looking for the opening, looking for a whiff punish. No. And Jan snapcut goes through Sam, gets the hand, and Window takes the first round. Really close matchup between those two. And it will stay Jan versus Sam. Both. It was a close match, and Jan again with a step, get to shoulder, and this time it was enough. This stab in particular was one of the reasons for a long time was considered the best rapier, because the rapiers were all pretty bad, but now with my rebuffs it looks like his title is a little bit in vain. And here it gets parried, and if it gets parried he has a long recovery time. Oak was able to use that. With jumping in, Jan's sword slashes behind the head of Sam, and so both get away from Nick. Step, both get parried, both slash get parried. And it ends in a double. Benito looking for the cut from the top, and Oak. The stabs worked in the past well for him, but here also Jan shows he has good stabs as well, making it 2-2. But these two stabs has worked wonders for Oak. Here's snap card as a riposte to Jan's attack, and now 4-2, Oak takes the lead. And it's a matchup, it was expected, really close, both knowing their characters. And a riposte stab to the head gets Oak another kill. Nick, and again 2 steps. Seems like Jan can move out of it if he gets hit, and it's the first match point for Oak. And he counters the sidestep with a sidestep of his own. It's 1 on both sides, and we will have a final match between those two. Exciting prospect. Oak both staying with Sam and Jan. And now it's completely open who will win this fight. And Oak looking for his steps. But Venter is good on his own. Here he gets parried. And these cuts from the top sometimes get through the outer guard of Sam. And with that hit, it's the kill for Venator. Still Sam with a decent outer guard. It doesn't happen every time, but here he can punish the stab. Sam extending his arm, leaving him open to slashes from the top. Again the stab, this time out of range. Side stab was a graze but not a kill. Let's see how this went. And now graze of his own from Oak, both wounded. But looking for the kill shot. Winter still trying with his cut from the top. And Oak trying to counter it with back X, I think. But close duel between those two. No step. The final straw. Getting Oaks a kill. 2-1 between those two. And again the cut from the top. Powerful tool in Jan's arsenal. The taunt sometimes can catch opponent off guard. Good work. A step doesn't hit. 2 steps, 3 steps was enough this time. Making it 3-2. Both. Step again, but both get parried. Both of them don't try to get close, but punish the other from range. And here Winter gets the better of Oak. Stab was out of range and he punishes it. And here again the slash, then with his powerful slashes, and he survives the cut to the shoulder. Winter now having a decent lead. And making it 6-2. Only leading 1 flag to get this close fight between him and Oak. But now cuts off his hand. It's still not over. A lot of people saying the most difficult flag to get from Oak is this last one. Stab goes into nothing, and Winter now trying for side movement, getting a better angle. Oak mostly staying in the center line, looking for his stabs. Here the step doesn't land and the cut to the face gets another flag for Oak. Again, Janus wide swinging attacks. Step doesn't land and the counter doesn't land either, so both go unscathed. Both sabers, both, and here Jan gets after the taunt, the whiff gets punished, and Winter takes it in a close fight, the advantage to the next round. After this, the next fight will be Subotai versus Mechanics. Let's see. if mechanics can continue to upset his opponent. Or if we see the matchup between Subu and Veneta once more. And here is mechanics. We set the gamepads. And we go into this fight. As I said, Subu on the left side. Mechanics will get his keyboard and be on the right side. Let's hope everything works. Okay. Seems it worked for Subu on the left side. And now mechanics on the right. And will be Tarnowski versus Barabash. Even though it was good performance, mechanics going back to his Tarnowski. Subu's known for playing a good Barabash. Get the B cut, good tool against this left side stab of Barabash. Cuts right to the hand. And here again he takes the next one. Tarnowski with a deceptive range sometimes. And now a nice exchange and he goes out victorious. Nicking the hand. Subu again. Making it 3-0. Also using a lot of tools from Tarnowski, moving back and forth. Subu staying out of range, looking for his opening. Like this one, but he can't capitalize on it and it ends in a double. A bit of lucky for mechanics that he doesn't die here, but great reaction. Again, sidestep doesn't work, but also the stab of Tarnowski not. BX, a lot of these cuts where both get hit, Tarnowski either doubles or comes out victorious. Again, looking for his wildcard, and Subu looking for his wildcards on as well. B card from Tarnowski gets him the double. Mechanics with a really good performance here. Blade Linger from Subu gets him the nick, but with Tarnowski here, cut to the head, catches Tarnowski off guard in his first flag for Subu in this duel. Again, the left foot forward. Now the kick. Yeah, mechanics trying to work left foot, right foot, but gets hit in the hand. That was enough, making it 4-2. Again, Subu being careful with his left foot forward stance. Step, changes it back. Wide side steps, not known for his 2-piece combos, but they're good, but getting them in practical use can be difficult sometimes. Trying with the XX from the long guard. Move we don't see that often because it's designed to blade beat into punish that blade beat. But this X card is really wide, so can be used otherwise as well. Mechanics with a nice combo. Getting the side stab of Subu's, and it's 5-3. Here, the blade catches his head. That's the risk with that move. If the first one misses, it has a really long recovery time. Both circle again. Now the back foot gets punished but doesn't kill. But with your senior, still with dynamic muscles off, every now and then we see the janky hand and arm movement. Subu coming back from an earlier deficit. 5 points or 5 flags on both sides. And the normal thing for Tarnowski with Barabash, wild card from one and trying to capitalize it with a cut from the other. Tarnowski trying to mix it up with 1 or 2 cuts. No, gets pushed into the corner, but the double resets everyone to his former positions. Really close matchup, which is testament, in my opinion, for mechanics. Tarnowski kinda difficult to use good against Subu's Barabash. But now 6-5, let's see if he can take a point from this performance or if he goes to the back foot. Again, looking with his left foot stance. Combo doesn't land, Subu knows now what this does. And it's still a close matchup between those two. Now, this wildcard for Tarnowski player can be really annoying. Sometimes it just goes through the outer guard. Like here, and Subu takes the first. Let's see if it works for mechanics or if he has to reconnect again. Seems like it's working, which is nice. Subu staying with Barabash and mechanics going back to Father Zera. Was really successful with Zera against Abir, who is a really good Barabash himself. Let's see if he can recreate it against Subu. Stab doesn't land the hand, and both swords clash, nothing happening. Step again, gets parried, but Subu can't get in range for his attacks. Mechanics used a lot of holy stance in the last matchup. Trying to use it again. And this YX combination. Getting a weird angle. Much more distance fighting between those two. With long swords, mechanics having much more range than with Tarnowski. So we're looking to close that range, but is successful here. I have to look for his side steps. Finds one here. Getting the lead. It's a really interesting playstyle here for mechanics with Zera. doesn't use the side steps a lot, which is kind of the advantage that Zara has over something like Isabel. But still is successful with the playstyle, around her stabs, around her holy stance. But Yasuo, seeing the stabs, getting the side steps at the moment, a lot of problem for mechanics to deal with that. And here we see side steps from Zera, really good, getting the end and his first flag for him. Trying again. So we have to be careful here. There's some combo side steps that Zera has. Can be deceptively fast, the second one. He tries to combo again, but the one thing that Zera is bad is recovering super punches with an upcut. Taking a lead for now. Again with the side steps to the left. And here, this Y cut. If it hits good and often ends in a kill, but if it doesn't hit, they are just standing there for a long time. Then against someone like Barabash, he can capitalize on it. Step doesn't miss, while back cut also misses or gets parried better. As riposte from Zubo gets him the first match point. You see weird things that can happen when we get close. Zubu striking over Father Zera, which is an accomplishment. And mechanics getting his flag. Again, back Y getting hit but doesn't kill. And the step gets punished. Zubu taking this round. But a really strong performance from mechanics in this fight and in this tournament. Hope to see him at USFC and in future tournaments. The next fight will be Info versus Insigni. So we have 6 fights left, 6 best of 3s. Second round nearly over. And here's Info. And here is Insigni. Reset gamepads. And both of you will get the key. Let's hope everything works fine. Both of you will get the keyboard soon. So now, let's hope nothing breaks. Info on the left side. 1 second. And Insignia on the right. Now, let's see if something broke or not. Before taking the left side. Discord sadly still doesn't work, so it's the only communication. Over the stream. Let's see if okay, that's trying to reassign if it works now, or if it's a keyboard thingy again. Okay, now it seems to work. And Info going with a Marie. And Insignia going with Barabash. Let's see how this matchup will be fought. Seems to work good for both of them. And it starts with a double. Here, Marie, she looks way more deadly than with the dynamic muscles on. Instantly kills here. Again, the long guard for Barbas trying to get close. But Info trying to punish us if he goes out of that long guard or even go through that long guard. And a rare kill from a cut from Marie. It's very edge of that point, getting Barabash. And now leg cut into shoulder cut. But as we see, normally cut only good to cripple someone, and nice side step from Insignia gets his first flag. If a weird cut, it gets to the face. Info takes this one, so I think it just was an animation problem and not a wrong cut or something like that. And here you see me getting close, getting the sword bash. If he gets close, Bash almost ever gets a kill. No, both. Here again, Marie now with a point to the enemy. Getting these kills, but a nice sidestep puts Insignia back on the board. Now nicking the hand exactly at the point. Nice kill here from Info. The one disadvantage Bauer has, his attacks from the long guard are not the best, but the advantage, his sidesteps are really good, and if you get into the range of them, Marie has her problems. Faking the Thunder Punch here. Yeah. Sidestep A, grabs, misses, and a cut from Barbara straight to Marie's head. Ties the battle at 5 on both sides. And here's double sword. Goes to Marie's head, even though he gets a rapier of his own. Again. Info fishing for the fight, fishing for the stabs, but this sidestep was more powerful than the left aim. Getting Insignia the match point. Doing sidestep again and gets a grace for that. And Info punishing this slashers out of measure, making it 6-6. And with this feint, Insignia takes the first round, 7-6, really close fight. And let's hope double keyboard doesn't break anything. Now let's see if info can take the right side. Seems to work. Will the matchup be the same? It seems so. It was really close, both had the opportunity. And now we get the rematch. As the first one, it starts with a Marie stab to the body. If the blade doesn't get beat, she has the opening. Basically trying the feint, which got him the last flag in the last round. But this taunt was a little bit too much. Info seizes the opportunity. Trying with a leg cut, getting close. Triangle doesn't kill, and the grab gets back to neutral. The triangle seems to have hit the leg. So Bauer now, and again gets grazed. Still no kill. Sidestep, doesn't land. Info knowing, playing on the edge of her range. Ever so often sniping for that hand and getting a tier. We grab to the side, doesn't land. Info kinda known for a grabs with Marie. Triangle hits and grabs to the side, gets hit, and stab to the head finishes this fight. An interesting combination of moves here. And so the kill for Marie. It's the first double of this duel. Again, Info fishing for that, hand snipes. And the push forward, she can't retreat anymore. And it's a kill for Bauerbash. She wanted to dash in, but dashes wide into the point. Info now with a convincing lead. Let's see how Insignia will react to it. Gets nicked in the arm. And now in the other arm. And the triangle this time is enough, even though it was close range. Bauerbash was grazed enough to make it a kill. For dashing forward, getting 2 hits, but it wasn't enough. Both end, and both swords was at the head of the other, but Bauerbash gets the kill here. Triangle gets parried. And not now, it goes through, making it 1-1. And in last side stretch, we will see the same matchup. Both of them experienced player, knowing how to use their character. Let's hope everything works. We're now waiting for Info to take the left side. she has problems with her keyboard, so she's fixing it, no problem. But yeah, no, both here, both are ready. The switch from Insignia to Jan. First Barbath was close fight, he have won. Second was not so close for info. So he switches to Jan, the second main. See how he will perform here. Triangle misses. Now Jan with way better moves from his long guard, but some of his cuts from the top. Maybe we can duck under it with a triangle, like we've seen here. But if she gets parried, she has problems. Now it's more of a stab from both sides. But if it gets through the guard, let's see if Signy finds a way to get reliable into range. Really fast movement from both sides here, but the slash von Jan is powerful enough to get him the kill. Both get parried here, can't get through the guard, but the sidestep, nicely timed, is Signy taking the lead 3-2. Yeah, first step connects, second a bit too short, but this like third one hits as well. Close duel between these two. And again the hand nick. Miri now decent, some would say good, at getting these kills when she hits the hand. And the double follows. So I'm trying to get close, but this triangle, if you can't get after this double Y, I think this triangle is a perfect counter for that. So he has to be careful. If we again with a step, and now she gets a match point. 6-3. You see, trying to get close, trying to blade beat. And the side step to the left again takes this flag. And the hand snipes twice. This time twice the side step to the left, but the step catches Jan an info advantage to the semifinals after a close duel between her and Insignia. Next fight will be between me and Usami. So okay, it still doesn't work with Discord, sadly. So let's see. Because hier ein Speechger. Alright, we'll try a parsec, hoping it works. So Sami is here. Fight will be, Usami will be on the left side, and I will be on the right side. You will get your keyboard access, and let's hope everything works out and it's not that laggy. No Chaitana, most likely lose, but that's fine. I don't think I've ever won a fight against this army, but maybe today is the day. We'll see. really close fight here. So but the lag wasn't too bad here. Oh, what? We'll try Steam. Let's see if this one works better for her. So let's hope everything works. Here on the left side, same on the right. And we go for a rematch here. Understandable, Isabel normally pretty good in Katana, it was really close, and now without the lag. Let's see how this will go. really close fight again. I have to say some questionable kills. But yeah, sadly it's a really bad connection to his army. So we'll most likely see when there's another host. Maybe there will be more tournaments than mine at Wednesday and the USFC. But we will see. So we go to the semifinals. The first one will be Veneter versus Subotai. Veneter will be on the left side. And Subu on the right. Yeah, obviously, yeah, I still had the Steam link in the copy, but yeah, we will use Parsec because, at least for me, it works better to host. And here's Veneter. Both of them are using gamepad, so we can go right into it. I most likely have to reset the gamepads again. Ah, it's Steam input. Okay, then I will just restart the game quickly. Shouldn't take long. Yes, for those who don't know, if you use Steam, it sometimes gets buggy. If you use Parsec after that. So I'm interested in what matchup we will see here. Some both really good player. If you both go with Barabash. Both, obviously, Barabash known for his side steps. Expect to see here a really close matchup. Both of them know what they're doing. And we start 2-0. Making it 3-0. Nothing much. Like I say here, I don't play Barabash, but just to know better know what they're doing. Nice sidestep here to the left. No, both the sidestep come on making some funky things, and it ends in a double. Lingering blade. Gets a hit but doesn't get the kill. But the sidestep roll. Making it 2 to 3. And tying it at 3-3, we get the close matchup, which was expected. And the upcut defeats the cut to the head, but it doesn't hit the head, it hits the neck, which is only a body cut. Nice countering the sidestep with the upcut. Hitting the leg, crippling, but wasn't enough. 4 on both sides. Both with the same attack, and the combo wasn't enough to prevent the double. Here the sidestep, after the parry, more safe, killed. 5-4. Both looking for that chop, but the sidestep again. It's first match point of this duel. But it's not over yet. 6-5. Gets a nick for that sidestep. Oh, looking for the feints. And here, nice push through. And the first duel, well, the first match of this duel goes to Vendetta. Close fight. Both showing that they know what they're doing with Barbabash. Now with the side switch. Super on the left side, Vendetta on the right, will it stay with? And it will stay a Bara mirror. Again, looking for that chop. But both had experience at the chop. Kinda weak when it gets sidestepped. Nice exchange here. No one gets something out of it. And the sidestep for Vendetta. Trying to YY, both get cut but no kill. But here, nice. Dash to the side into the snap cut. Really good tool. Barbabash has to change this angle and go through the guard. Vendetta now taking command of this duel. And here the chop hits again. Gets hit by the back attack, but it wasn't enough. So looking for the every now and then looking for the upcut. Good to catch these side steps, but wasn't successful until now. Both looking with the dashes to get another angle. Here, nice dash. Both gets nicked in close fight and ends in the double. Vendetta getting back to the side. Is looking good for him for now. And now the upcut, if wanted or not, gets the arm, getting Subaru's first point. He misses the head. And here now Vendetta with an upcut can often, not often, but more often than other cuts, get through the outer guards. Not only on Barbabash, nice sidestep into the snap cut, gets the head. But the upcuts can sometimes bypass these auto guards. And with a little bit later sidestep, Winter taking this duel decisively 7-1. And advancing to the finals. And we will see Subu in the third place final. For now, me versus Info in the other semi-final. And Subu can just stay in the Parasite course. He will fight after this one either me or Info. Info is here. And Info will be on the left side. And I will be on the right side. So she will get her keyboard. Let's hope the keyboard of her doesn't die again. Let's reset the gamepads, maybe something there. Still have to remind myself if this card doesn't work into white. And we go with Marie with Tana for the first fight. Let's see how this will go out. It's this buff Marie. absolutely dominating me here, getting 7, getting clean sweep, and Tana doesn't feel really good into Marie anymore as a speed and range advantage. Oh. It's too much to overcome for him. So let's try Isabel. Isabel was a really hard counter matchup against Marie. Let's see if it's still the case. Isabel still with the advantage over Marie. Obviously with a longer and heavier sword, more likely to have sword slashes or bashes, getting through the guard. Let's go for Marie Brewer, because Isabel is kind of boring to play against her in my opinion, so let's see who's a better Marie here. GG's, close matchup. If we can stay, and we'll have first a match for third place. It will be Subu versus Info. So Info will be on the right side here. And Subu on the left side. He said Subu left side, Info right side. Let's hope for second to last duel everything goes in order. I will just quickly reset the gamepads. Or my PC can just freeze. This is also an option, it seems. So everything works out now. Yeah, we get, as expected, a Power Bash from Subotai and Marie from Info. It was basically first time for me now playing Marie with the new buffs. And I have to say, especially her forward A is now a really nice move. But here, Subu was able to pressure Info to his side, getting close, getting the kill. Biggest problem in this matchup for Maria is the quickness of Power Bash. If he gets close, there's little she can do about it. So Maria has to make it as difficult as possible for him to get close. Here, unlucky for Subu, he gets the first hit after the bash, but the second was not in range and the triangle kills, giving Info her first flag. And again the triangle working really well, getting stuck in the hand. And triangle and into the grab, Info known for her grabs, equalizing here. Now she's able to keep the distance much better than the first 3 rounds. She was still trying to get close with his long guard, but especially after the grace, Info looking for that grab. And this small cuts are what's making it difficult. Triangle giving Info the match point. So we're not out of here. His chop, decent with good range. Normally good, but against a rapier with a decent range. And still looking at safety in his long guard. But Info getting the riposte here, taking the first flag. And getting the first victory here. Now she goes on the left side, Subu on the right side. We will not get the same matchup. Subu opting to go for Isabel. I expect it to work better. Isabel negating the range of Marie. Here he goes for the long guard into the snap cut. Again, playing with this long guard. Little Marie can do against us. The blade bashes are really bad, especially against the longsword. Trying with the sidestep, but even that gets blade beat. Isabel dominating this duel for now. Again, she can hit her, especially with that cut, but they are so weak that it easily goes through. Again, wise step into X cut. Even though she got buffed, nothing really it looks like Marie can do against Isabel. And it's a quick second fight. Let's see if both stay on them, on their characters, or if one of them changes. It will be the same duel, both staying on their characters. Interesting next year if Info can figure something out against that long guard Isabel. And here she moved out of distance of her wildcard and was able to punish it. A nice sidestep, no, sidestepping the first attack. X-Cut doesn't hit, and it ends in a double. And again, Subu is looking for wildcards and the safety of his long guard, but ends in a double as well. Inferno looking for the left A to target those hands. And both with a grace, but we can only go back so far until she hits the edge of the map. So Isabel just push and try with the sidestep, but now with a quick X cut goes from the top left into the legs. It's enough to kill Marie. Trying here to snap the hands. Here we go back to the long guard from Isabel. Trying to get in range of a grab, but the Y is too fast. Subu again taking command of this duel. Bashes through the guard. Maybe it doesn't look like she has a chance here. Triangle doesn't hit. Even that can't get through it. Trying with the X sidesteps. If she gets it early enough, she can sidestep the attacks, but if not, she just dies. But here, the rapier goes through the guard into the head. 5-2 for Subu for now. Here the whiff is really small window. Info, she tried to use it, but wasn't able to. And the first match point for Subu. But a step to the hands gives Info one more flag. And with the bash, Subu takes it, getting first place with 2-1. Info getting fourth. The matchup was too much. And we go to the final matchup with me versus Veneta. So, a little bit faster than last time. Not that much, but a little bit. A little bit fewer technical problems, and we have seen dynamic muscles as a reason we play without it. And for the fight, Banter will be on the starting on the left side. I will go on the right side. Oh. We don't. We have a tournament where we play with right of way. More janky things. But not for now. And then we'll go with Alex. Or Dennis. Tarnowski. Let's see how this will go. close fight. Alex takes it. In my opinion, Tarnowski one of the better picks against, if not for my opinion the best pick against Alex. But when it takes the lead here, and we will stay in the same matchup. So we're going to 1-1. Said this as a Tana main, I don't mind Alex that much. Wait again on the left side, I'm on the right. Let's see if he goes for the, and we go for a long while. One last matchup here. Let's see who come out victorious. really nice matchup here, really close fight. Tana comes out victorious. It's a 3-2. 2-1. I have to say, a lot of people don't like Alex. The Tana Alex matchup is one of the really nice matchups here. And that will be it for today's tournament. I will go victorious. It's on house, but it's the first time I think I won a tournament. But 16 people, except the Discord thing. Basically no technical problems. So most likely see you next week at Wednesday without dynamic muscles. Maybe a little bit a small thing, not a thing. Maybe another map. We will see. And say bye. Hope to see you next tournament, this one, or the USFC.